City of Jackson Engineering Department, Troy White. Hey, Troy.
How you doing, Bart?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Well, we were talking before the show. It's been a overall hot summer. The rains have been different. You're seeing that.
Yeah, it just seems like they're more intense. You know, they're not. We don't get those long, slow rains. We kind of just get intense rains all at once, which, you know, tax the storm sewer system. But it's just interesting that that such a hot summer produces those type of rains. You know,
Global warming, climate change.
Yeah.
So obviously you can't do certain things when it's raining, but I think overall we've had a lot of construction days this summer.
Yeah, we've had a lot of construction days. We haven't had a lot of rain. We're kind of at the end of our year now, so you know, our primary concerns right now are paving. So we're not paving today. We were supposed to be out doing some patching out on Brown Street down there by Walmart. That's not happening because of the rain. But you know, I think it rained yesterday and they were able to mill. The nice thing is, like, rain is good weather for milling pavement because it's you know, you got to add water to it anyway and keeps the dust down. So it actually is good weather for that. But yeah, right on a day like this, there's not a lot going on. Just waiting for the rain to stop and for everything to dry out.
A nice break for the hard-working construction.
Yeah, they've had a long summer with a lot of hot days lately.
And construction, it is a very taxing profession. In fact, MDOT is having a special program, I think, in a couple of weeks about the mental health for construction workers.
Well, I'm not aware of that, but I do know not only is it hard work, but it's long hours. It's a lot of work. So, you know, being in Michigan, we have seasonal limitations on when we can work. So we kind of, you know, the 9 months a year when we can work, those guys put in a lot of hours. They work really hard. So
you mentioned Brown Street. I rode my bike on the new Nonmotorized Trail along Brown's. Very nice, very smooth. You did a really nice job maintaining the grade. There's not a lot of dips on the driveways.
Right. Well, it's not a sidewalk. It is a non-motorized trail, but in town, you know, sidewalks and trails they cross driveways. Driveways have to cross the trail. They don't. You know, the sidewalks and the trails take precedent over the driveway. So
yeah, nice job.
Yeah,
beautiful work. All right, well, let's talk about a couple of projects that are actually in process right now. They'll start with the MLK Equality Trail.
Yeah, that's the one. That's probably the one that's most active right now. Basically, that's rebuilding the existing trail. The existing trail was built, I think, in 1992. So. You know, that makes it, what, 30 years old. But they were, when it was originally built, it was just a little bit of asphalt was put down on the old railroad grade. And at this point, it's old, it's breaking up, and it's narrower, and it doesn't meet the standards of what we expect today on our other trails. Because, you know, down in that neighborhood, we have the Packet Trail, we have the trail through Sharp Park, back there by Elmdale. This is going to be the same type of construction. It'll match all of that, and it's much needed, and we're finally getting after it. And this is just the first stage of several. Eventually, the entire trail from Weatherwax all the way up to the Martin Luther King Center will be rebuilt. But it's going to be rebuilt in stages over various years and with different funding sources. So
it's going to be a little wider.
Yeah, it'll match like the Packet Trail down there by Parkside, and that takes you down to Sharp Park School. It'll be that width. I think that's 12 feet wide of concrete.
Concrete. It's going to be concrete.
Yep. That's how we build them now.
Oh wow!
And so it'll last much longer than the previous one, and it'll be much better.
Yeah, concrete's awesome. Look at Michigan Avenue when they redid that a few years ago. It still looks brand new.
It does.
Yeah.
It lasts longer. It costs more. The initial cost for construction is more, but it lasts a lot longer. So, you know, over the life cycle of the pavement, it's more affordable, even though it costs more at the start, right?
I would have thought so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It lasts longer. So yeah. All right. One other. We got a street project you're working on.
We've wrapped up most of our street projects. I don't see what you got here, but
I think we're repaving. You're repaving Wisner.
Well, we just finished up repaving Wisner. That's that block between Wildwood and Ganson. It's got the railroad crossing in the middle. Basically, this was just a mill and resurface. The old pavement was left in place. We just milled off the top couple inches and put down new asphalt, and basically extends the life of the street and makes it look a lot better and drive a lot better. I don't know.
What a big improvement.
It would have been interesting to have before and after pictures, because if you remember what it was like before, it was pretty bad.
It was.
It was getting bad, and it was old. It was time. So I think we just got that striped at the end of last week now. So we're mostly done. There's still a couple driveways that need to be patched in behind the sidewalk, and really what's killing us on that is the weather. But we expect that to be done tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
So nice, easy access now for picture this Jackson and Elro Middle School. Yeah, they've been patient dealing with that. I don't think we'd have a visit with you without talking about Stewart in a long time.
Stewart is so close, but every time I'm here, I tell you the same thing, don't I? It won't be long. It won't be long. But we do have. Earlier this week, they paved the top course at that railroad crossing. What we've got left to do now is to core out the manholes and the water valves and raise those up. Once that's done, we can match the. We can basically get the road open, and it's been a long time coming. But they were supposed to be out there doing it today. We get this rainy weather. They're scheduled for tomorrow, but that just seems like one of those jobs. Like it requires a lot more coordination with the railroad and to meet their requirements and to have their flagmen available and to meet the safety requirements. So it seems like it's been a long time coming, but it'll be over soon.
Yeah, the MDOT projects with the bridges, that obviously is making progress. We've seen the new bridges be placed in.
Well, they've got Blackstone open now. So there was that short period where we had four railroad crossings in a row. It was like a barrier across the city. They got Blackstone open. We'll have Stewart open. I think Jackson Mechanic. I was on a informational meeting yesterday. Sounds like we're going to be in October, end of October, before they're done with those. But if it happens once every 100 years, we should be good for a while, right?
Yeah. Well, you see, they've got the old Mechanic Street Bridge. It's on its side in the front lawn at Christoph and Sons.
Okay.
And you can see, oh my gosh, how old, and can't believe that was holding up all those years.
Yeah. Well, they built them solid for those trains, but we're getting close to the end on that too.
Great.
And it looks so much better down there now on both of those bridges.
Yeah.
The other thing is, sometimes for us who are around so much, we don't realize what's normal to us. We don't realize how much better it could be because we've gotten used to it, right?
Well, it is. It's a process, and over time, it's amazing how much our community has improved. All the infrastructure, the improvements, and it does. It's a difference. And thanks for all your work.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming in. Troy White from the City of Jackson Department of Engineering. We've got some things